Welcome back to the second video on He, your divine guardian. But in this case, we are looking at it from the point of view of your story, your unique story, your differentiator in the market, your companion through which you are going to be able to navigate the business environment. As a founder, as a business owner, you have a unique story that is differentiating you in the market. How do you find that story? How do you nail it so that by the time you open your mouth to talk to the people, they cannot mistake you for any other person? Because you are not just any other person. There is a unique identity to you, which makes sure that you can never be missing in the crowd. How do you find that? That is what we're going to be talking about in this video. If you have not seen the first video, I encourage you to check it out. The link is in the description below. Look at it like this. Your He or your unique story, that differentiator, is not just the vague narrative that you might have. Look at it like the wound, that moment that you felt something in you and you decide to take action. That thing that make you wake up in the night and you say, I must find a solution to this. Why this is important is that you are the one who know how it hurts you. Have you heard of the saying that it is he who wears the shoe that know where it pitches him or her? Because that place that it pitches you, you are the one that know exactly where. You are the one that know how it hurts you. You are the only one that know why you are in this journey. The reason why you are awake, why every other person is just maybe sleeping, they are saying, and they don't believe it, but you believe it, that the solution that they are bringing to the market is valuable. Is valuable to the market. Then you are not just going to be picking anything or jumping into anything because you believe that is going to be the solution. You believe there is something solid about it. There is something that identifies you, which is making you different from every other person. You see, the concept of Ehi I was talking about before, it's not like the Ehi is general for everybody in the sense that it is same for everybody. No, it's unique to each and every person. Every person have a unique, a divine angel that is accompanying you in the entire journey of life. It comes before and it's going to remain. So that identifier knows who you are, your weakness, your strength, at a time that you are strongly to be able to stand on your feet. So as my article details, my own name, Obehi, came from a specific moment. My mother wanting a girl proclaimed is in the hand of destiny. My entire identity was therefore born from that moment of reframe expectation. Now, what does it mean, reframe? You see, things will happen. Things will always happen in our life. It's not always what you expect that will happen. In fact, in most of the cases, what you expect don't happen. Something else happen. But when it does, how do you reframe the moment? How do you change the narrative? Or how do you reshape the narrative? Okay, we're talking about reframing. We're also talking about reshaping. Either when that thing that you do not expect happen, what do you do about it? Now, I was making an example with a guest that I had in my podcast, talking about the possibility of many things that can happen in your life. Let's take, for instance, a person that is driving a car. You see, before you are given a driver license, you will need to go to school to learn how to drive and how to comport yourself in a space that is going to be with other people, therefore in the road. In the road, driving a car, something can happen. A lot of things can happen. Somebody can hit you. Let's take that for a moment and examine it. From where can somebody hit you? It can hit you from the front. So while you are driving, while you are practicing on learning how to drive, you are taught on how to comport yourself so you don't hit somebody. But that doesn't mean that somebody cannot hit you. Somebody can hit you from anywhere, from the front, from the back, from the side left, from the other side right. What about from the ground? You see, sometimes the ground can also break open. It can maybe get your car stuck somewhere. It can injure you or anything can happen. What about something falling from the sky? That can also happen. None of this is within your control. The only thing I want to share with you here by bringing this analysis of the car is that there are many things that are happening to us that are beyond our control. But when they happen, How do you reframe it? How do you find the lesson from that thing that happened to you so that you're not just there complaining about things that you cannot change? The politics, the religion, the war. There are many things that are happening in our society that we will never be able to change. But there are part of it that we can change. Us. Because we are part of the entire equation. We can make an effort to change that a little bit. Where do we spend our power in? Is it in those things that we're never able to control? We don't know how they even happen, or those things that we can control. That is where the power of reframe and reshape become into effect. You see, my mother, she was expecting a daughter. She has prayed over it. She wanted that, but something happened. This one, again, is a male child. What is she going to do now? Of course, a male child is a child. A female child is a child. It's just a question of preference. In this case, she just reframed it. Well, it's in the hand of destiny. Therefore, obey ye. I got to think of it. It is only you that understand the whole story. As against somebody who just hear you talk about it somewhere, maybe want to copy you. The person can never copy you because you are unique. You have a peculiar experience that is different from the other person. Find your interconnection because you are connected to everything. Everything is connected to everything else. This is a concept that is very popular among many Africans, particularly within the spectrum of spirituality. Take anything at all that you want to expand on. I remember a couple of years ago, I was writing my book, one of my books that I titled Identity Crisis. So at this point, I was talking about how do you describe a person? So I said, okay, look at me. I am a man. That is one. I am a human being, which is another one. And then I say, okay, I am a father. That is another one again. I am an immigrant. That is another one. I am an African. That is another identity. I am a Nigerian. That is another identity in the game. And of course, I could go on and on and on and on because then you will find out that I'm also a worker. You will find out that I have co-workers too. Then you will find out that I am a writer. That is a good one. You find out also that I am a podcaster. I create courses. You see, all this multiple identity of me are all true. And they are not actually conflicting with one another. So the question I was asking in this book was, now you can see how complicated a human being is, but we are all also interconnected. Because if you look at what I've said now about me, you can see that there are different lines coming from across section of different area. This is the line of man. This is the other line of Africa. This is the line of immigrant. This is the line of co-worker. All of them are connected to me. And luckily, they are also connected to other things, other people. I don't know if you are getting the picture. The reason I am called a co-worker is because there are other workers. You see, co-worker. You get that point? The reason I am called a Nigerian is because of Nigeria. Because that is Nigeria, which is a country. So I am connected to Nigeria. That is why I am a Nigerian. I am also a father. You see, for me to be a father, I need to be connected to at least two other human beings, which is my child and my wife. You get it? So everything is connected to everything. Just like we're just talking about a human being, but very soon we'll be talking about a community. Because a human being needs to live within a community. You see, my mother is giving me the name Obehi. You see, that is already connected to a lot of things, a lot of different things that maybe you just call my name, but by the time you made mention of my name, you got to also understand that that name is coming from somewhere. But where is the name coming from? It's coming from my mother. Now, my mother have a reason for giving that name. You see, you begin to open it up. There are a lot of things that are connected to it. You get it? So that there are the bigger picture that you are not even seeing. When you put it in the spectrum of the product that you are creating, there is a connection between you and the product that you have designed for your client. You, your product, and the client. But what about the reason behind the product? So everything is connected to everything else. I just wanted you to have a little feel of that. That when you design your product, when you shape your narrative, when you talk about your story, it's usually connected to other story, other reality, other people. That is the way it's supposed to be. Now, you have the two pieces, the origin wound and the interconnection to your client. You have found your core story. But right now, is it just a story? It's a memory. It's an idea. A story only becomes powerful when you use it, when you turn it from a passive memory into an active asset that builds your legacy. On this particular concept, I talked about it before in one of my past videos, where I refer to it as raw material. When you tell a story, it's usually a combination of things, event, situation. Those individual event or situation are the raw material that you need to compile together to form a story. It's like writing a book. When you want to write a book, you have different experiences, different incidents. You put all of them together, then you stitch it together, literally stitch it together. Then it becomes a book because now it's made up of chapter. Chapter 1 have a topic that is a big branch in a tree. Now you have the smaller branch because each chapter now may have a sub-chapter. Therefore, there you have paragraph, you have bullet point, you have different things. So the material that you use to be able to create it are the different incidents that have happened to you. But you need to put it together and you need to create something that is going to last, your legacy. So the essence of you using your story is because you want to use it to build something. Something like what? To build a connection, a connected dot between you and the people that you are serving, between you and your audience, between you and the generation that is going to come, talking about legacy. So it is not just for itself that you tell the story, it's because you use it to connect to something else. So in part 3 of this video, we're going to talk about how to turn your ehi into a legacy asset. Because now, you know your story, you know all the different aspects of it. You even know how to identify your ehi, your divine guardian, in this case, your unique story. That identifier that is unique specifically to you. It cannot be for another person. But when that is done, how do you transform the entire experience into an asset? That is what I'm going to be discussing in video 3 of this series. If you have gotten anything from this video, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and also share with other people who might have value from it. And of course, you know other people, you have your friends, you have other persons that you see out there that is in business who are looking for how to find their story. So share this with them because they will have value from it.